Jim Lyddy, class of 1963. Tom Lyddy, class of 1967.
Although Jim Lyddy and his younger brother Tom might have entered prep 4 years apart, they entered with the same impressive credentials and great expectations after gaining national recognition in youth basketball and baseball tournaments. And then they were able to show enough physical and mental maturity and immediately provided a good indication of what was to come for prep athletics by earning spots on the varsity basketball roster just a few months after graduating from St. Patrick's Parochial School in Bridgeport's North End, where they both served as altar boys. I mention that because, yes, they were outstanding athletes, but they were also committed to their Catholic religion, and that devotion carried right into their adult lives. So for 8 straight years, there was a Lyddy not just playing, but excelling in varsity basketball, baseball, and also in football in Tom's case. And for all that time, they did it the right way, the prep way, always respecting their teammates and opponents. Jim and Tom played their best when it mattered most. Jim had earned extraordinary acclaim as a 12-year-old in leading the Bridgeport All-Stars to the 1957 Biddy Basketball World Championship in Scranton, Pennsylvania, when he was named Mr. Biddy Basketball of the World. The summer before that, he had helped North End Little League to a third-place finish as a pitcher-catcher in the 1956 Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. That carried right into his prep career, especially against our biggest rival like Notre Dame, before a full house at their gym, the third row of their side lined with the Good Sisters in their traditional black and white habits. Gentile's high school basketball preseason publication was considered the sports Bible, and its December 1962 edition placed our own Jim Lyddy on its front cover, signifying that the 6-foot, 170-pound guard was the state's top-rated player. And once again, Jim put up his best when it mattered most in the 1963 state tournament. Jim closed out his prep career with 107 points in those 4 tournament games. He not only made the 1963 All-State basketball team, but was a top vote-getter. Jim thus became prep's first All-Stater in the sport and the all-time career scoring leader at the time with 1,308 career points. Not to be outdone, Tom followed right in Jim's footsteps, playing in 2 Biddy Basketball World Tournaments and the Pony League World Series in Washington, Pennsylvania. After making the varsity team, he came out for his first home game wearing the number 32 jersey as a sign of respect for his older brother, and that after watching the way Jim conducted himself all those years, it was going to be his responsibility to do the same now. Like Jim, Tom was All-NBA in baseball, but his prowess on the gridiron as one of the premier linemen for Coach Earl Lavery gained him the most notoriety. Just like Jim's, Tom's senior season defined what he was all about and what he meant to prep athletics when he was not only selected to the All-State football team, but also to the 1966 Catholic All-American team. The life tribute that ran in the papers after Tom's untimely passing in 2006 at age 56 described him as a devout Catholic who enjoyed teaching religious education at the St. Rose of Lima Parish in Newtown. 2 years after his passing, family and friends wanted to continue Tom's legacy and started a Light Up the Point fundraiser, and the amount of money raised for Swim Across the Sound cancer research in Tom's memory has swollen to approximately $115,000 to show what Tom Lyddy meant to his family and friends. Truly like his brother, a man for others. Although the 2 brothers never had the opportunity to play on the same prep team because of that 4-year age difference, that will happen here at tonight's tribute when Jim and Tom are teamed up together. My name is Alexander Sandy Solzicki, and it's my pleasure to present my teammates and longtime friends, Jim Lyddy and Tom Lyddy, for enshrinement into Fairfield Prep's 2018 Athletic Hall of Fame.